Well, good morning, everybody. I hope this is picking up my voice pretty well. I wanted to show you a nice, beautiful loves we're sitting at this morning. And our topic today is going to be, just riding along. My wife's going to do her thing because we've had a lot of people ask us, hey, how do you convince your wife to come on? My wife is thinking she'll be bored and she's not going to have anything to do. But before we get into that, I wanted to show you new runner-up for King of the Idiots prize. Yes, you see that, right? He drove over the curb. And look, he's up against the curb on that side. I don't know, people. I don't know. Almost as bad as taking a shower in the fuel island. All right, we'll be right back.
Hey guys, it's Sam with Cajun Couple Trucking. Hubby has decided that I'm probably the best one to talk about this. While he is over there driving, say hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
Both hands on the wheel now. Anyway. Yeah, so the topic for today is having your wife, your spouse, your significant other, your girlfriend, your friend, someone on the truck besides you, and how that works with space, how that works with getting along, because we all know that when you put people together in a small space for a long time, sometimes there's tension, so you have to have ways to get along, let's put it that way. And a lot of people talk about, well, my wife wants to come, but she's gonna get bored. You don't get bored. You got to find ways to keep yourself busy, but really and truly there's so much you can do while they're driving. I have my own things. I have crossword puzzles, I have postcards that I do for family, friends, people who send me their address. I'll send them postcards from all over the country with nice little tidbits on it. Hey, still alive. Here's a current picture in case I come up missing. Just keep it light.
And it's a lizard.
Yes, honey, it's a picture of a lizard or something else. He's over there being silly. You might not be able to hear him. Another thing is like space. You can see up on our top bunk up there, kind of. Those are totes. So one's for clothes, one's for our socks for winter, and our tire socks, chains, extra oil, things like that. There's a tote for that. There's also a tote for like cooking, pots, things like that we use to not eat out of the truck every single day, because that gets expensive with two people instead of one.
Tote of hobbies.
There's a tote up there for hobby stuff. Hubby loves to keep busy when we stop. He loves RC cars, he loves his drones, just different things like that. And so we each have things we like to do separate from each other, and then things we like to do together. And yes, you have to plan separate time, because spending every single moment of every single day is going to cause, just conflict. You have to be able to go off and do your own thing. A lot of times I'll go off and do a little shopping for the truck, or if there's a nail salon near, or simply go down to the coffee shop. I love coffee. He does not. So it works out. He can go fly his drone, and I can go grab a cup of coffee. And also I do ducks in the trailers, so I ride on them. And if we're at a terminal and he's doing maintenance to the truck, or he's visiting with other drivers and they're just talking and I'm bored, I can take my bag of ducks and go out to the loaded lot and just duck some trailers. Gets me some exercise, gets me out of the truck, gets us some time apart, and everybody gets cute ducks. Win-win. Organization, I did do a video on that though. If you want more like things for your cabinets to hold all the little stuff, you know, your kitchen knives, your fork spoons, your batteries, all the little stuff that you would have in a junk drawer or drawers in your home. There's a cabinet that fits perfect from Walmart into your clothing Freightliner cabinet. Now other trucks might not fit so well, so the organization thing, that video that we did earlier was for the Cascadia, the Freightliner truck. It's not going to work as well if you have a Pete or if you have a Volvo or something like that. And I haven't been in one of those to organize, so I couldn't tell you exactly how to do that. But I've watched some videos from other people, like baseball hats. I was looking for ideas. My husband likes to wear a lot of hats on his head because yeah, his hair goes everywhere, sort of like mine. We're getting older, and gray hair for some reason does not listen like your regular hair does. And we have this curly hair, both of us. Like, mine's a lot longer than his, but still not as fun. So I was watching videos on how to hang up baseball hats, and there's been some pretty cool videos out there. A lot of them don't work for the Cascadia though, so I'm still kind of searching ideas for that. But it's a work in progress, definitely. Because you'll get your truck one way, and then the next week you'll be like, I'm going to try this. Another thing to keep you busy. What was the other thing, honey? I'm trying to remember. Meals. We have a crock pot. We have a skillet. We have one in the Walmart in the mini section. They have like a sandwich maker. We have one of those. You don't have to do sandwiches in it. You can do eggs with some ham, or you can do something else. You know, like, our diet's a little bit different right now than some people's. Hubby's a diabetic, so if you need info on diabetic stuff, I definitely can help you out with that, because we've changed our diet up a couple times just to kind of try to help with that, and it's done really, really well. Both lost a little bit of weight, and both feel a lot better. We do love to hike, and when you're on the road with breaks and things like that, you can stop at rest areas. They have hiking trails, different. You're going to get 10-hour breaks, and you're going to get sometimes a 34. We don't take very many 34s. It's just not conducive to how we like to travel. But every now and again, you do have to do a 34. And so, and I'm sorry, the camera's jumping all over, because we are traveling through Pennsylvania. And while the roads are not horrible, it's a lot of up and downs. So bear with me. If I make you too sick, just listen to the volume and don't look at me. Just from all the shaking. But yeah, there's lots of chances to go on hikes or go walk up to different statues or different things along the route. I primarily like when we travel during the day because I can take pictures and do videos, send back home to people. But nighttime travel has its perks too because there's not so many people on the road. And so I'm one of those people, I get nervous whenever the four-wheelers are just zooming in and out right in front of you and you know the stopping distance and they don't. So, you know, each one has its perks. But there is a lot of time for you to get out the truck and do things. Or you can do videos like this, things like that. That works too. Coconut, come here. Also, we have our dog, and she keeps me really busy. She has to go on walks, go to the restroom every couple hours. Come on. So when we stop, come up here. She likes to climb only. When we stop, she turn around. I don't want people to see your butt. This Coconut. She's got to go to the potty, get food, water, get brushed, get, you know, things like that. But she keeps me busy. Most trucking companies will allow you one pet. Just check your policies. And Coconut here climbs in and out of the truck on her own. She has her bed that's under our table where she relaxes. She's very secure in that little dog cave under the table. She's got 2 beds and lots of toys and 2 blankets, and tell you what, she's spoiled. But she also gives us a reason to walk more. So we'll stop at Love's a lot of times. They have the dog parks. I've met a lot of truck drivers who have cats, who have parrots, who have lizards, just about anything on the truck with them. You know, it's good to have a pet for many reasons. I mean, and no, they don't get bored in the truck. It's about the same as keeping them in your house. You're not going to take them out to walk near as often if you're at home. In the truck, every 2, 3, 4 hours when you stop to go to the restroom, you just take them out with you. And she can go 8, 10 hours. Like if we're sleeping, she'll wait till we wake up. She's not, you know. But that was 2 years of training. She's been with us on the road for almost 2 years. We got her at 6 months old and she turned 2 in January. So she's been with us on the road her entire puppy to adult life. So she's gotten trained and provides great companionship. If you do have a condition like diabetes or if you have high blood pressure, things like that, you can get a dog that has the service tag where you can take them in to the restaurant with you or things like that. We leave the APU running when we're not in the truck. When we're go to watch a movie or something like that. That way she's constantly comfortable. If a pet's not for you, find a tablet or something to where you can have games, things to do. Really and truly, I think my first 6 months or so on the truck, I just watched out the window, took pictures, because I had never been out of probably about 6 to 7 states before I got in the truck. And now I've been to all the continental United States. I say except Vermont. He says we went through when I was asleep. I don't count it. So, you know, I've been through most of the United States, according to what I count. But they'll probably get us through Vermont at some point, so that I can check that off of the list. Hawaii and Alaska, not so much. But we'll end up doing a cruise, or we'll stop at some point and go and do those. That's another good thing, if depending on home time, how often you go home. We have an empty nest. All of our kids are not at home anymore, so we go home a lot less than most people. But we will stop in a random city that we want to check out and be like, hey, we want to take a break for 2 days here. And then we'll go around town, see the sights. You can get an Uber, a Lyft, rent a car. We've done that a couple times. There's little scooters that we're kind of looking into that we can carry in the truck with us, to where we can go. If we're in a city, you can take the scooter around to the different places you want to go. I've seen a couple people who had their bikes strapped to their truck, or had even saw one truck where he carried a little vehicle. I don't know how he got it up there exactly secure, but like a little Spark type small vehicle, a little smart car. That way whenever they would stop, they had a smart car to get around. Don't ask me how he did that, but it is an option. Things like that. If you have questions, put them down in the comments. Trying to answer kind of just the questions we get the most about, hey, I've been driving by myself and now my spouse wants to come with me. I'm afraid we're going to argue. What can we do? And if it's broken at home, it's going to be broken over the road. So just so you know, if you think, oh, well, if we spend more time together, if I can see what she or he is doing at all times. Sorry, this road is kind of crazy. If, you know, I think we'll get along better if we are closer to each other. That possibly won't work. And good luck. If it does, I'm so thrilled for you. But usually what's good at home is good on the road. What's bad at home is still going to be bad on the road. And every now and then, people can only spend so much time together on the road. I've met several couples who, we go out on the road for like a month or two, and then I need a week home because, you know, or he'll go out and just drop me off for a couple weeks. You know, we need some time apart. Well, you know, if that's how your relationship works, it probably worked like that before. You know, getting on the truck probably just took time away from each other with friends or with family or things like that. So, just be more patient with each other, because you're in close quarters, and you know, you definitely don't want to be fussing and arguing while the other person's driving. They have to concentrate. There was one person who put a comment, she's constantly bugging me or nagging me while I'm trying to drive, and what can I do? And it's like, you know, that is a boundary issue. We'll talk about plans for the week, or plans for the day, or plans, you know, what we'd like to do in the future, but I won't nag or bug, hey, you need to decide this, while he's trying to focus on driving or doing things, because that's not the time to put stress on someone. So I think that's a partnership you both have to agree to. Hey, look, anything that's going to require us to get focused on rather than focused on driving, we'll just discuss when we stop. mutual respect back and forth, you know. Not much else I can say on that. I mean, we've been married for 29 years, been together for 30, so we both know when to just drop a subject and pick it back up at a later time, whenever we've had time to really think about it a little bit more and can discuss it more with more information. So, have to work on how that works for you.
You also use trucker path to find us stops and stuff, so I don't have to take my eyes off the road.
So, ways you can help while the other person's driving. I do the trucker path a lot of times. I'll find stops for us because a lot of times he doesn't care if it's got a restaurant or if it's got somewhere to walk to or this or that. He just wants to know, hey, where am I stopping, you know? So if he has a certain place he wants to stop, he'll put it in before we stop. If not, I'll dig through and find somewhere. We like to go to movies, so I like to find truck stops that are near movies, or if we need to refill the truck supply, like I'll find a truck stop that's within walking distance of a store, or I'll find a Walmart, and on Trucker Path it'll tell you they allow truck parking. I always call the Walmart and just verify, because a lot of them change their mind, and you show up and they're knocking and going, you can't park here, and it's like, all we want to do is shop and then we'll leave, and they're like, no, you can't do that. But I'll call and I'll verify, hey, look, we need to come in and do some shopping. Where can we park where it's not going to be in the way? And Walmart will tell you, okay, look, trucks normally park in the back, or they normally park on the side, or you know, they'll tell you where it's more convenient for you to park your truck and go shopping. We even had like a Tractor Supply let us park, a couple other places, you know, like depending on, but call ahead. Dick's let us park there once, the sporting goods store. Okay, you know, that was a awesome thing, because right next door to them was the Walmart, who did not have truck parking. And also there were some restaurants within walking distance. There was all kind of stuff, because the Dick's was like by a mall. You know, it was its own building, but still, you know, you could walk to all kind of different places. So that's one thing as a passenger princess. You get hubby's pointing out all the groundhogs that he sees on the side of the road. They just sit there and stare at the cars passing by and trucks. It's kind of neat. We're in Pennsylvania, so you see that a lot up here. Where was I at?
we're parking.
Parking. Yeah, using Trucker Path. That's another thing you can really do to help. And also it gives you a chance to look for things that you'd like to park by. As long as it's within a certain time period, because of course you can't drive over a certain amount to get to your stops and things like that. And you learn that as you go. You really do. You learn the 30-minute break and when you have to take it. You learn your 10 hours. You know. There's a lot of things, depending on the company, that you're allowed to do or not allowed to do with the truck. Like, I'm not a truck driver at all, so I don't go check in at the places. I don't get down and lower the landing gear or do all the intricacies and inspections of the job that he has to do. But there are little things that I can do, like with Trucker Path, or with filing paperwork for him, you know, calling places while he's driving. I can do that. Especially if it's about parking or things like that, you know, where I'm trying to secure a spot for us. Some places change their parking requirements on a regular basis, unfortunately. So it's best to call them. I also do a lot of organizing with like our shower stuff. Yeah, we had a shower today and my hair is crazy. There's not a lot of humidity up here in Pennsylvania, so I don't know why, but yeah, it's fun. But shower bag, I like to do our laundry. Not that he can't do it, I just like to do it a certain way and put it up a certain way, just like organizing the truck. Because whenever he needs something, it's always, hey honey, do you know where this is? If I put it up, I know where it is. If he put it up, I have no idea where it could even be. So, you know, you get into a groove of, I do this, you do that. We kind of give and take. One person gets sick. It's a small space, so make sure you have enough medicine for two, for just in case. Try not to ramble, and it's only been 24 minutes, but I think I'm getting close to the end. Cleaning smell good stuff. Just make sure you both can tolerate the scent. You can see my cleaning bottle up there. I like the lemon stuff. Hubby likes lemon too, so it works out. But that's another thing. If you're doing it at home, you're probably going to do it on the truck. You know, cleaning down all your surfaces, things like that. I would suggest at least once a week. It gets dusty. You're on every different kind of road you can imagine, and if you have allergies or my hubby has asthma, and so like if you let it get too dusty, it just can cause more issues than good. Keep little snacks, things like sunflower seeds or nuts. Trail mixes are my favorite. I love those. What are those cheese sticks called? Mozzarella sticks? Yeah, those are the bomb. And it's stuff that he can have while driving. String cheese, yeah, that's what it's called. It's stuff he can have while driving. Up here, can you see it? Sunglasses, and I have my pens up there. That's for writing my postcards, and if he needs me to make a note of something, like he's got the ear thingy, and sometimes somebody will call and say, hey, I need you to do this or that. He'll have me write something down, so I've got my pens right there. That is about it that I can think of, guys. It's really not near as boring as most people think it's gonna be. They think 24 hours a day in this small space, what am I gonna do? You know, we have Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Max, you name it, we have it. So when we stop, we can watch a movie. We can get on Netflix and find a series that we both agree to, or if he wants to watch something and I don't, I have a tablet, I can watch something totally different. We've got headsets, things like that. Did have a comment one time about someone watching TV in the back rather loudly while the other person was trying to drive, and it was distracting. It's better to talk to each other about what's bothering you before it just gets to the point where you ball over. Just like at home, really and truly. But it's the road. There's going to be bumps. But definitely invest in some kind of headphone or Beats or just something to go in your ear to where you can hear if there's times where one person needs sleep and the other person doesn't, or one person's driving and the other person is just trying to have some relaxing time. It kind of helps with the noise. They have to be able to focus on trucker path or whatever, Qualcomm, you know, so many different things whenever they're driving to be safe. So definitely don't want to become a distraction. Trying to end it on a fun note, but we will definitely come back and do a closing. And if you have questions, put them in the comments. I'll answer them. Anything that I went into that you want more specifics on, cleaning or organizing or stuff to do in the truck, I've got so many ideas and options because I've been doing it with him for 2 years, and I keep myself really busy because I'm kind of one of those people, if I'm not busy, I'm sleeping. Yeah. Oh, and those neck pillows to where if you do fall asleep, your neck doesn't hurt. Those work really well. Okay, well, we'll be back to do a closing in a little bit. See you then.
Hey, we're back. So hopefully my driving didn't make anybody motion sickness, give anybody motion sickness. It was a pretty bumpy road.
Up and down the mountains here in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and so in conclusion, guys, what I want to tell you, or ladies, whoever's the driver of this team, and it is a team, and the other person may not drive, but it is a team. Just remember, they're coming into your man cave, she shed, whatever you want to call it, your space, invited. Make them feel welcome. This is it's just a little bit smaller than a living room, and you're spending your whole day life in here. And yes, we do have a 43-inch TV, we have an Xbox, we have a 7.5 cubic foot fridge. We have lots of streaming services. Our microwave is also an air fryer and a convection oven, which we're sitting here at the Walmart.
And we're sitting at a table. We did opt for that upgrade just for us to where we could sit at the table and eat and talk.
Yeah. And, we're at the Walmart in Bedford, Pennsylvania, getting our load taken off the truck. So I'm going to use the air fryer and cook something up for my wife. Just remember, she does a lot for me. And guys and ladies that are on the road, you know how convenient it would be to have a meal when you stop, to have someone to talk to rather than having to get on the phone. These conveniences are well worth the minor things that might upset you. And as my wife mentioned before, we do separate things. We go on hikes together, we go on walks together, we go to the store together. But there's some times where I stay on my Xbox, play in a game with my grandson, or I stay in here reading a book, or I even take a nap while she goes does the laundry, while she goes shopping for the truck. And something else I've learned that is very, at home, I'm not OCD. Not at all. I can throw anything anywhere. In my truck or at my desk, I am OCD. Like, if there's one thing out of place, I gotta stop the truck and fix it, okay? So what I did was I let her organize and let her do all the, I don't even look for stuff. I just tell her I need this and she gets it for me. That way it doesn't bug me where things are and when things are out of place. The only part of the truck that I organize is my box on the driver's side and my door. My driver's side doors where my flashlights
and
all
your
are.
cubby above your head with your
Yeah, with my RC stuff.
No, the cubby above your head.
Oh, the cubby above my head, yes.
Yes.
With my detention stamp and a couple other things. I can open that thing. If there's something that's in there, I can open it and find it. Never even have to look. I just reach in there and it's right where I put it.
So I don't mess with that cubby.
No. It is hard, but every relationship is hard. And as she tried to mention earlier, if you're coming out on the road with your significant other, or you're bringing them because you want to keep an eye on them, that's the wrong reason. And it will cause problems.
Trust is not something that you can fix by just picking them up and taking them with you.
Trust, you can't, if you can't trust them at home, there's no way you can trust them in a little 9x8 area, okay?
And to tell you the truth, on the road, these wedding rings, they mean a lot to us. On the road, a lot of people, it doesn't mean a thing to. Both of us have gotten pickup lines and, hey, you know, come with me, I'm better, you know, or
I make more money.
I make more money.
Jump in my truck and team with me.
Things like that. And it's not just the guys. It's not just girls. It's everybody. So, just letting you know, if you're going to get out the truck separately, have protection with you. I have a flashlight that doubles as a
stun gun,
taser type situation. My mother-in-law always told me everything's a weapon, so on my keychain I have things that I can stab and poke and get it, you know. And I mean, it's one of those things where you just need to make sure that you can protect yourself. We've met a lot of couples who do not get out the truck unless they get out together, just because they've run into certain situations that they just are not comfortable being alone in.
And we've run into couples where after a long drive, the husband watches TV or goes to sleep in the truck while the wife comes into the truck stop and visits, because she's been cooped up all day. She wants a little freedom. And I mean, us guys, for the most part, we can stay in a little 10x10 area for days upon days, you know, just get out for a shower. I mean, we don't mind it if there's something for us to do. Our ladies, they like to get out and socialize, and even if it's just walk in and sit down in the trucker lounge at a TA and watch TV for an hour or two.
So, I mean, you'll find the niche that works for you, but just do know that you need to make sure, if you're going to wander off into the different areas, we park in some pretty shady places, and you never know who you're going to run into, so always bring some protection with you. Don't let that scare you, because I mean,
even some of the really shady places you pull in, you're like, oh my goodness, this is disgusting. There's homeless people all over, and it's fantastic. People are there. They're willing to talk to you. They're willing to help you out.
And a lot of it has security, and a lot of places have really neat things that we can walk to from the truck stop.
Right.
I've found so much fun stuff.
But ladies and guys, you know, don't be afraid. These truck stops have employees. They have security. They have people to handle things. If someone's following you, someone's bugging you, you let them know.
Find
okay?
an employee.
And we've said it in several of our videos. We haven't said it in a while, though. If you see us there,
come sit
you
with
see our
us.
purple truck and someone's following you, come knock on the door. If you see us inside, sit down, eat a meal with us. We're friendly people. We don't bite more than once.
Nah. You'll leave with all your fingers, I promise.
Anyway, it is an exciting adventure. I love sharing it with my wife, and she's actually decided that she might get her license and us do some team driving. So we got to go back to Louisiana and get her license because she let it lapse. So it's going to be fun. Anyway, if you have any questions, my cell phone number is at the bottom of every one of our, well, almost every one of our videos that is in the description. Text us. My wife will be glad to get back to you if you have a question for her. If you have a question for me, I'll be glad to get back to you. what we did is we covered some of the most common questions we get both in person and on our YouTube page.
Yep. And that way it gives you kind of a basis for hopping in the truck if you've never done it before and you just don't know what to expect, and you're trying to decide if you want your wife to come with you and how to keep her from being bored. And you know, we've had it go both ways. We've had wives who want to hop in the truck with their husbands, and husbands who want to go and get their wife to come on the road, and she's like, nah. So, you know, it kind of
we've had women
yeah,
wanting to pick up their husbands.
A little bit of both ways. It just, there's a lot of uncertainty. And the first time that I hopped in the truck, we did like just a trial run for a little bit just to make sure, because, you know, it is a different
and
lifestyle.
I was doing hot shot at that time too, so it's a much smaller area.
Yeah, he kind of like threw me in the fire real quick into a very small space, and let's see if you can handle, you know, life on the road.
But the thing is don't give up. If you really love each other and you want to be together, this is a great thing to do. You can see the country, get paid to see the country, you can stop and do different things. And especially if you're a lease op or an owner op, you can stop wherever you want to. You just let your fleet manager know, hey, I want to stop for 3 days here. I want to do this. I want to do that. Last year we went to the Blue Hills Ranch for her birthday, right outside of Waco, fun. Texas. This year we're going to go, for my birthday, we're going to go to San Antonio. And for her birthday, we're actually going to, we're thinking about participating in a truck show in our hometown.
Yeah.
So
we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Well, it's for charity. We're not really wanting to win anything. We know we have an aero truck. It's not very fancy, but it supports the charity, and it's something fun for us to do and something we can do and enjoy, and we can sit at home for 3 extra days.
What?
Anyway, as I was saying, don't give up. If you need to take the person out for a week, bring them home for a week. Come back, pick them up for 2 weeks. Bring them home for a week. Come back, pick them up for 3 weeks. Bring them home for a week. It's worth it to have your significant other with you. I'm sorry this video is a little long, but I mean, just the health benefits. Holding hands will lower your top number of your blood pressure by 20 points just holding hands 30 minutes a day. Because you know there's someone there that can help you, and I'm going to call them back, that can help you, and someone there that you know is supporting you. Always having food when you need. I don't have to pull over on the side of the road to grab water. I don't have to put an ice chest next to me. I just ask my wife, babe, can you get me some water? And then your daily tasks that are a burden that have nothing to do with your work is halved. You know, I don't have to worry about fixing my bed. You know, we take turns putting the table up, putting the bed down, and stuff like that. She packs our laundry, our shower bags, so I don't have to worry about clothes. You know, I don't have to worry about getting clothes together to go get a shower. It's already done. When we pull in a place that we've decided we're going to take a shower, we just go in and take the shower. I always have someone to visit with whenever I'm eating a meal. Those are all actual mental and physical, you know, boosters. It helps us. And people think, oh, you're just driving. Well, it's not just driving. It's very stressful work, and it's very, very sedentary work. So to have someone that's ready to go when you're done, even if you're not, that encouragement to go for a walk, that encouragement to go inside and socialize, that encouragement to get out and get fresh air, that means the world to me, and it should mean the world to every truck driver.
Keeps depression away. It keeps the loneliness away. It keeps there's just a whole lot of statistics that show that truck drivers who just spend so much time alone. A lot of people just call them old grumpy old trucker, and it's like, no, they're just, they've been alone for so many years. They don't socialize as well.
And trucking has changed. Whenever I did it in the 90s, you wouldn't find people hanging out in their trucks unless they were sleeping. When we parked, we went inside, we ate, we socialized, we sat with other drivers, we actually visited and had fun, had great conversations. I learned a lot from the older truck drivers, and they learned a few things from me. And we didn't just talk about trucking, we talked about lots of things. Now you go in these restaurants, they're empty. You go in the lounges, they're empty. Okay, hardly anybody has a CB anymore. Everybody's on their phone or, just laying in their truck, right? One of the great advantages is whenever I start to feel down, I start to feel like I'm getting sick, before I even know it, she's seen it. She's seen the difference in how I'm reacting, how I'm acting, the aggravation at other people on the road. And she can tell me, hey, what's going on? Before I even realize what's going on, before I'm stuck in the bunk, coughing my lung out, she's already got medicine for me. Having someone there who loves you and who observes you is great. Now, if you're team driving, you probably can't do that. I'm hoping you team with a friend or a family member that you can get along with. But then you wouldn't really be interested in this video, because it's about bringing someone with you on the truck. So, while she can't do anything company side, she does a lot for me, personal side. All right. Anything else to add, babe?
I think that's the only thing I forgot, was just, keep yourself protected, and just understand that not everyone has the same view. You go into so many different areas where...
She's trying to back up into a spot between two trucks and is on her phone texting.
Y'all, that's gonna drive him crazy. The cell phone and backing, I want to scream out, like,
put the phone down.
Yeah, the cell phone and backing thing drives him just...
Yeah.
Totally.
At least she put the phone down now.
Yay, she'll get that.
VEIAAN Trucking.
There are a lot more people on the phone when they shouldn't be backing into docks. It's scary.
Not only backing into docks, driving through truck stops, driving on the road.
You're in a spot and they're backing next to you, and
you see them do this in their mirror and not even looking at where they're going.
It's like, please don't hit the truck, please, because then we're down a couple days. And yeah,
we're down more than that, because I'm pulling you out your truck.
He's not going to, but he will be very upset. And there will be words.
I wouldn't put it past me. I'm sorry. I wouldn't put it past me.
There will be words, and I will have to calm him down a lot.
She'll have to hold me back a lot.
And have bail money just in case I'm not strong enough.
Yeah. Well, y'all have a great night. We're going to put this up here in just a few minutes. I'm going to edit it real quick. As you know, we don't do very much editing.
No.
But
we're pretty natural people. What you see is what you get.
So, as always, keep your shiny side up, your rubber side down, your mirrors between the ditches, and we'll catch you on the back haul.
Take care.